On this episode of Project Big Screen, we have the top 10 best rom-com couples of all time, and we are reviewing two movies that are unbelievable in concept and not so good in execution. We're talking One Night Only with Monica Barbaro and Callum Turner, a movie on Netflix called The Last House. All that and more coming up on Project Big Screen. All right, Project Big Screen. Boy, do we have, I'll tell you what, The Odyssey, Spider-Man. It's like bringing, look, this is going to be fun. We have a good list. We're doing best rom-com couples, and I'll tell you what a disaster. What an absolute disaster of a list. Almost no crossover whatsoever.
Interesting.
Great.
Number one was number 10 on someone's list. That's rare. Usually number one is almost across the board, like top 3 or 4. So best rom-coms, we're going to get there. We have two movies which I would describe as being
the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen.
I think both of them are really dumb. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Great in concept.
Yes, there was the thought. There's one of them
Two
at least.
good
There's the
concepts.
There's the thought. There's at least one. There's one good concept. But another one is a concept.
Yeah. So, like potential. One of them is One Night Only with Callum Turner and Monica Barbaro, directed by Will Gluck. That's the first one to talk about. Will Gluck, has a lot of great movies in the space that you would think would make this really good. And some recent ones too. Older, recent, Easy A, Fired Up, which is an underrated.
I was waiting for it, Jeff. I know you love Fired Up.
With an actor who doesn't get any work. Maybe he does. Eric Christian Olsen, who's in Not Another Teen Movie, who has maybe the funniest role in Not Another Teen Movie. He's like the villain. I don't know. Yeah, he hasn't been in a movie in like 10 years. But he also did Easy A. He also did Friends with Benefit. A lot of people like that. He did Anyone But You a couple years ago, which was a huge hit. Kind of like a big launch for Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell. Really kind of pushed them into a different level of stuff. And he made this one, One Night Only with Monica Barbaro and Callum Turner, two people who are very hot in terms of, well, they're attractive human beings, but also very hot in terms of roles and being in things. And then we're going to talk about The Last House, right?
Oh, yeah.
Know what it's called? I just watched
it took me, I keep doing the same thing. I'm like, is that the name? I'm like, Last House on the Left?
It's the biopic about Eddie.
From Louis Leterrier, who is a director who's done a lot of movies, a lot of big movies. Did the Incredible Hulk that is in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but really isn't.
Which I didn't know he directed this, by the way, because I literally watched the Incredible Hulk on Saturday when I was home.
We dropped it really the last second when we ended the last show. Clemmer brought it up really quickly, and I didn't realize that either. He did Transporter 2,
good movie,
Clash of the Titans. He did the Now You See Me, the first movie. He did Grimsby with Sacha Baron Cohen. He did Fast 10. He replaced Justin Lin. So it's not been a great run. But he works with big people. He's got Tracy Letts, Vanessa Kirby, Yahab Abdul-Mateen in his next movie. And this one has Greta Lee. It's on Netflix, by the way, so you can go watch it on Netflix right now. It has Greta Lee, who is kind of only in great stuff, I feel like, typically.
Yeah.
And even like The Morning Show's a show I really hate watch, but she's good in it. She's in Past Lives. Like, she's a fantastic actress. Well, Wagner Moura, like, almost won Best Actor last year. Amazing actor. This thing is holy mail-in city. Oh, my God.
Do you think they sign on? Do you think they sign on just because of the name? Like Louis Leterrier sounds so fancy before you find out that he did the Transporter movies, and
I think
now you
sign on when you see the concept, because the concept isn't bad when you read. Like, if you read a spec script on that and like, here's the idea, here's what we're doing, I'd be like, yeah, okay, that's kind of interesting. And then the name, I think, is secondary, and you're like, okay, fancy French guy directing a high concept sci-fi movie, sure. And there's no, it didn't quite work out that way.
Yeah, so we'll start with One Night Only. One Night Only in theaters. It didn't do great. It did okay to kind of match the box office, I believe, of Anyone But You, his previous movie, for like the opening weekend, or came close to it. It's obviously it released in what may end up being the worst. Actually, it will be. It'll be the worst week of the year to release a movie this year. I would guess. Maybe the Odyssey's after that, but Spider-Man's so much more accessible and wide-ranging that Spider-Man's gonna be one of the biggest grossing movies of all time. So it's kind of a horrible week to have a movie come out because people are still going to see Spider-Man. The showtimes are still packed. There's billions of them. People love the movie, which is a big part of it. So not a great week to release like a kind of regular rom-com. What's it at now? Is it at it crossed 1 billion. It's well over 1 billion now, Spider-Man.
It's tracking for 2.5.
Yeah, tracking for 2.5 billion, which is just absolutely fucking insane.
Awesome.
Which is crazy. That's crazy. I don't think anyone would have drafted this number one beginning of the year.
Box office like number one of the year.
If we did it, I think you would have thought about it, but you wouldn't have been like, I mean, I still think there is a chance if Doomsday becomes a hit and people like it. I think if Doomsday is good, which is a huge if, we've had this discussion now a billion times on the show, it's a big if, but if it's good, I think Doomsday will eclipse it just because of what it is. But I mean, this is madness. It may end up being the second highest rated movie of all time. Mm-hmm. Crazy. Anyway, this small movie is not exactly lighting up the box office, but it's not also doing awful. Monica Barbaro, Callum Turner, a lot of cameos. Molly Ringwald is in this. LeVar Burton, Maya Hawke, a bunch of other people show up. Some small roles,
kind of,
a couple funny ones, I guess.
Yeah.
Concept of this movie, which I'm gonna be honest with you, I think when I've seen this, I think I've only really paid attention to this trailer like twice. I had no idea what this movie was about. I thought they were going on a date on Valentine's Day, because there's a line in the trailer where they say, the worst night of the year for single people or whatever.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, it's like a movie about Valentine's Day. I guess I just tuned it out. I didn't realize what it was about. It's not about that at all. Two love-starved strangers crash into each other on the one night of the year when single people are allowed legally to have sex.
Yes,
this was a mandate by the U.S. government. It's a bit of it's almost like, we'll get into it. I don't want to do the critiques yet, but it's their mandate. The only night single people can hook up, and they have these things on their arm which light up green and red if they're allowed to, if they're not allowed to, when they can do it, all that. That's a huge part of the concept. It's weird. It's strange.
Yeah, one word for it.
Yeah, it's weird.
Chris Broussard has a good word for it, but I forget what it was.
It's some people seem to like it a little bit. Some people don't. Some people hate it. Kind of all over the map. I know Letterboxd is kind of in its like normal Letterboxd range of
let me guess, 3.1.
It's like 2.9 now, I think.
Ooh.
And then on Rotten Tomatoes right now, which I feel like if you're in Rotten Tomatoes for anything, like rom-coms are kind of perfect. 45 critics, 73 audiences, which that feels low for what you'd want from an audience for something like this, which is supposed to be a like crowd pleaser. Yeah, I don't even. This is a weird one. Very, very weird. I'll start with you, Kenjac. What did you give it?
Yeah, so I think that, and we're probably on the same page on this. Like, I fully expected this movie to be just dumb based off the jump. Like the concept of it seems silly. It's the purge with sex. Everything about that seems very silly. But through the first couple of acts, I think I bought in. And I had some fun. And I was like kind of enjoying it. I'm like, where are they going to go with it? How are they going to land this? And then the third act comes along and they smash every bit of goodwill they have by, number one, becoming repetitive. And by number two, not understanding the sort of like moral core of their own movie and the whatever, I don't want to say like the politics of it, but like the politics of it, like not understanding it at all and not knowing how to end. And it's really a frustrating movie just based off that third act. So like, are there worse rom-coms that come out than One Night Only? Absolutely. Worse in acting for sure. Worse in chemistry. Like, this is a workable movie, at least through the first two acts. But it is a humongous bummer that third act was able to derail this movie that badly. And it's definitely silly, but if you buy in, it is 2 acts of solid stuff and then a really, really just poorly put together bad third act. For me, I'm not like, it's really like a 60 out of 100. Like it's a very okay, solid movie. I don't think I would bring like my wife to this because there's better rom-coms to watch. There's stuff like I feel like we've sung the movie's praises a million times, like Solo Mio to watch. But like this, it is trying something new, and if you buy in, it's fun. It just really, they had a fundamental misunderstanding of their own lore, which really frustrated me a lot. So for me, 60 out of 100.
That's a huge fucking problem, by the way. When you're
humongous.
Like, oh yeah, that Angel Studios rom-com was like a million times better.
Blew him out of the water. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 45. I didn't really like it. I think there's a huge chemistry problem here. I think Monica Barbaro is great. I think
fantastic.
Callum Turner is bad.
Put a fork in it. He's not.
And
James Bond.
I like Callum Turner, and I think Callum Turner's a good actor. But this ain't it. This just didn't work. I'm not even trying to be like let's just dunk all over him. It just didn't work. And it's weird because I do think there's some things he's good in. He was in that movie with Elizabeth Olsen, that like cheeseball movie with
yes,
Miles Teller in that.
Eternity.
Yeah, he's good in it.
He's good in that. This just doesn't. It's weird. It's like I don't know. He never like fits into the role.
He can't do modern. I don't think. I think
that could be it.
Like even in Eternity, which is like modern, he's still playing a guy from the 1940s.
Yeah, but he plays that in Masters of the Air, and I think he's bad in Masters of the Air. But I think
counterpoint, in Emma.
Yeah. So here's the problem. I think the big issue with Turner is that he cannot play Americans, and I think part of that is he is tailor-made. When I look at him, he is tailor-made to replace guys like Colin Firth and Hugh Grant in like the successor state movies to stuff like Bridget Jones. He's built for that. He is not built to play Joey Pizza from Queens. Like that is not the character Callum Turner should be playing in 2026. He should be taking all these English roles where he can be charming and be himself and do all that stuff. The stuff where you see him walking around Dua Lipa like the hottest pop star in the world. There's a reason. Like let him be that.
Yeah, the reason he was cast in this.
Yeah, like let him be that. Don't make him play Joey Pizza. That's not who Callum Turner should be playing. Yeah. In my opinion, anyway.
I almost think he's going to be better the older he gets too. Like I just think like he's going to fit. Like he just needs. Yeah, I don't know. Like he's kind of a doofus. Like it's weird. It's like the character's almost like a goof. He has a couple of goofy like doofus moments. I'm like, this just doesn't work. Like it doesn't fit, and it's bad. It gets even worse because she's way too charismatic in the role, so it just makes him stand out so much more. But yeah, the concept here. I talked about this last week. Edgar Wright talked about his short during Grindhouse, Roadhouse, the Tarantino project, his like short trailer, and how people have asked him, make that a full movie. And he's like, the full movie, you've already seen the full movie. It's like 3 minutes long. That's what this concept feels like. It's just like, I think they did as much as they could with it. And there's a little bit of a shock value to like what it is, right? Where you're like, oh, this is...
Yeah.
It's the concept is almost, it's just too goofy for how real the world is. It just doesn't, and I don't want to be nitpick guy. You got to suspend disbelief, but it's like this weird level of almost like scary movie parody. Like you're like, what? But then the world is so real around it that it just like when they first explain it in the movie, I'm like, oh, that's like a concept. That's not a real thing. And then when you see it's real, you're like, what? It just doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't work.
That's the difference between that and The Purge. Is The Purge doesn't require...
strange.
The Purge, the actual Purge movie, which also is ridiculous, that doesn't require the biosensing tattoo that can tell if you're fucking. That is the difference.
Right, it's just, I think, and again, I don't want to be like, I can't suspend disbelief for it. And that's not the reason I didn't like it. Like if the chemistry would have been good, if the writing would have been funny, I would have liked it. But it throws you off its access, and you kind of need to buy in. It never gives me a chance to buy in. I'm like, this is fucking weird. And we can't talk about New York for more than 90 seconds today. We cannot do it.
Are you sure? Well, Clemmer would have had this as #1 of the year if he was here today.
However, I frequented way too many of those bars in my 20s.
Yeah.
Dude, White House Tavern?
Yeah, when he went to White House Tavern.
Yeah.
Like going to White Horse Tavern and like going to Barcelona bar, which we got to stop.
Like
we have 60 seconds. 60 seconds. We can't talk anymore about New York. But that was definitely part of the realism. I'm like, oh man, this is way too relevant to me to buy into. But anyway,
Julia Fox.
That is not why I rated it low. It just doesn't work. The chemistry between them is off. He's a weird fit. It's just strange. Also, is Benson Boone in this movie?
That guy, I don't know. Boone? No, it's not Benson Boone. I looked up his name.
I don't think it is.
I thought the same thing.
You can't. He was Benson Boone. Like Benson Boone.
He was supposed to be Benson. I think he's a Benson Boone stand-in. Yeah.
Anyway, 45. Not a fan, man. Which is a bummer because like I wanted to like it, but yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, it was actually the same exact score. I think it's closer, and people are like, "This is." A lot of people, the Letterboxd crowd is like, especially like, "This is terrible." I don't think it's far off from actually being good. It's like pretty fucking close. The problem with, I think the concept actually could work. For me, it's less scary movie, almost what they were going for, and more like a Verhoeven. Like it's like a just completely ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's a fascist state, and it's just too weak on everything. Like it doesn't want to engage with like what is actually. Like, people would not react like, oh, okay, that's normal. There'd be riots in the fucking street every day.
Yeah. And again, like it's hard. I don't want to be none of us do want to be the people to rate it low because of that. But there is a level of like, that's a great example. Way more Paul Verhoeven, way more Starship Troopers. That really is what it feels like. But that buy-in level of that and that subtlety and that humor works so well. That's a great example because this one, it just like, there's a clash between what you can believe and it takes you out of it. Again, like suspending disbelief is something you have to do with so many of these things. But for this one, it almost makes you think too much about it where you're just like, well, hold on, wait a second, what? And that's never a good thing. That's just never a good thing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and it's not, and I actually think they have decent, I don't think he can really act. I think they have decent chemistry though. And there are some funny moments.
Yes.
It's so strange. I just...
Obviously, his best
it's a very frustrating. Both these movies were so fucking frustrating, Jeff. They're so fucking frustrating.
Big time frustrating.
He'll never be as good as when he played Thesis Scamander in The Secrets of Dumbledore. And
the brother.
But
I don't know.
Is he? Maybe he isn't a good actor.
He's just not good at American. I'm telling you, it's an American to British
That's definitely
thing.
That is for sure.
It is a huge, I think, problem for him, and I think that is, I think, at least to me, the two big problems with this movie. And I think we're in spoiler territory now, right?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Yeah. Like I think the him not being able to play American that well hurts this. It's specifically the type of American he's trying to play here. And then another part of it is like the lesson of this movie that you give you at the end is such a fundamental misunderstanding of like what they're trying to say. Like the whole thing, like, except the whole movie, right? Like, you're like, hey, this fascist government, fuck these guys, they're trying to control our bodies, fucking asshole government, fuck these guys, fuck them. And then at the end of the movie, these two people say, we're going to wait the full year. We're not going to fuck. We're going to wait the full year because we can't let the government win. So we should explicitly follow their rules because of their reasoning. Like, it makes no fucking sense. They say we were beating the government by doing this thing that they don't want us to do, right? By doing following their rules because of the exact reason they want. They want you to get to know each other. They want you not to fuck. They want you to get married before you have sex. They want you to build a connection before you have sex. Like, that is what the government's doing. And you're saying that's the good thing here. It's so frustrating, that ending sequence. It blew my fucking mind that that didn't click to anybody. Like, we're doing the opposite of what we've been saying this whole movie. Oh, God, it was annoying.
I refuse to believe that Will Gluck is like that dumb. There had to be an earlier script. The original script had to be different. Like, there's no way this was the ending that he put on paper.
It can't be. They're just like, you can't read that script and come to that ending and be like, yeah, this is a good button on it. Like, this works. This is how we loop it all back together. It's like, no, you're obeying the government here. You're saying that what they're saying is right. Oh, like, I can't wrap my head around that.
He's like, I'm a libertarian. The government doesn't tell me to not have sex. I just don't have sex on my own.
Yeah.
I know he said in an interview they cut out a ton of nudity and a ton of stuff from this movie. There is a lot that was
another big problem with this movie. It's very sexless for the premise.
Yeah, which is weird, and like we whatever call us horny pigs, but like if we're being honest here, like let's have a real conversation. Like if that's the conceit of the movie, if your movie is not sexy, which anyone but you was marketed as like this sexy rom-com, and people liked that, and people kind of flocked to it, and this the concept here is like, if you don't do that, it's a cop out, and it's like, it just kind of ruins it a little. I'm not saying this needs to be like a fucking porno, but like you are lacking a severe level of, like sexiness to this movie, which if it's not there, then the concept is just falls so flat.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way they can really inject like any kind of like heat or spiciness into the movie is when they do these like weird daydreams for Monica Bar. It's like a JD from Scrubs. Like daydream.
It's also worth noting, he did not write this movie.
Okay, yeah.
This movie was this movie was a Blacklist script.
The CIA.
Red Reddington wrote this one. I should have known.
Yeah.
The no sex man.
So he did not like it, and two of the movies from the 2024 Blacklist. So if you're unaware of the Blacklist, it's the most liked or most beloved screenplays in Hollywood that have not been made yet, and a lot of times those movies end up being very good. One of the other ones is the Anthony Bourdain movie.
Mm-hmm.
So two of the 2024 Blacklist movies come out in the span of like 3 weeks. And I'm not saying they're all good, but like the Michael Jordan, the Air movie was one of them. Challengers was one of them. Those are 2021 Blacklist scripts. So you can have Eternity, ironically enough, was one of them. The movie with Callum Turner. The John Madden movie coming out was, which we'll get to that. I probably should have left that one out there. So like he didn't write this, which is a bummer because the things that we've liked from him, he's written.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's part of it. I don't know how much script doctoring they did to it, but it is severely unfunny. That is like a huge part of it. It is not funny. And I know comedy's subjective. Maybe people think it is funny, but I don't find this funny.
It definitely has a couple moments. Like I think the part where he gets like robbed, I thought was kind of funny. And he's like yelling at the other guy like, "Don't do it, it's a honey pot." And like that weird fake Brooklyn accent. Like it's got a couple moments.
The shots at Buck Mason too.
Yeah, Buck Mason eating fucking strays.
This was written by Travis Braun, who has really only written on children's television shows. Puppy Dog Pals, Muppet Babies, Vampirina, Monsters at Work, weird. Pupstruction, Tots. What the fuck?
Strange.
The one night a year you can watch Blippi. Like, what is that? You had to like finally swap this one over. That's such a fucking weird trajectory.
And then the cameos don't work. Like, can you really not get Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell on set for 30 minutes while you're filming in New York City? Like, you can't get them to stop by? I guess that's not the biggest deal, but like...
I thought the picture was funny. Like, it would have been funnier if, it was him, like, showing up. But also, if he shows up and Maya Hawke's like, I couldn't have sex with Glenn Powell, he'd be like, come on.
Yeah, that's the other part. Like... That's a tough suspension of disbelief. Like Callum Turner is the perfect man in this movie.
Yeah, it's a huge issue.
He has no flaws.
It's just not, because again, if he was like a British guy and like kind of like a snobby like British like attitude to him, then I think that might where you kind of gotta break down those walls and that barrier to like kind of get him to open up. But he's perfect. People would love this guy. He's a goofy, light-hearted, like insanely attractive, ripped man.
Mm-hmm.
With a huge brownstone.
Yes, giant brownstone.
Yes, with a great.
His mom's getting dug out by reading Rainbow while he's trying to
go out and that part got me too. The bubble wrap.
The bubble wrap, yeah. I think so there's a couple fun things I thought that were funny that I noted. The first being Monica Barbaro hitting her Chinese server with a xie, I thought was hilarious. That's just like, that's one of those, like, the script was written in early 2000s type of line. The second being that there are zero ugly people in this movie. Like, there are just no ugly people. If you are not an old person, you are a hot human being who is between 25 and 35. There was no middle-aged people in this entire fucking movie.
Yeah, you needed like two uggos hooking up on the subway or something. You think
the uggos aren't fucking? You ever been to a Renaissance fair? Like, the uglies would be fucking harder than the attractive people. Like, they'd be fucking. Also, you're like, because Pete Davidson has the cameo, right? You're telling me Pete Davidson is working and not fucking on fuck day? Zero chance, my friend. Zero chance. Bobby Cannavale is not fucking on fuck day? Zero chance. Zero. And then also, I would say that, like you guys mentioned, some of the cameos, The Top Gun people all coming out for Barbaro tells me she must be the man. She must be fucking awesome. That every single one of them came out and was like, we'll give you something. We'll come and help you out in your movie. So I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's so early for her. I don't think this is going to affect her career at all. Like, I think she's really got it. And the fact that they let her sing too, I like that. Like, I like that the psoriasis, like, that is a funny bit.
She was doing what fucking we did with this crotch full of pubes, just on a slightly more elevated scale. But this, I think it's an interesting year for her because she gets this in Crime 101. In Crime 101, I think she was really
and she has Artificial. She's in the OpenAI movie with Andrew Garfield.
That's right. So I think it'll be pretty interesting.
From Luca Guadagnino. And then her next movie is the Ocean's 11 prequel, which...
Yeah.
Who knows? Could be good, Jeff.
Yeah, who knows is a great way to put it.
Yeah.
Could be good.
I heard Bradley Cooper's going to show up as fucking...
Rocket Raccoon? Or
he's going to make a cameo as... fuck. Now I'm going to get
no
it.
idea.
Leonard Bernstein.
Leonard Bernstein. Full makeup.
Show up.
Yeah.
He's going to start
bringing it in.
Yeah.
They got to get Snoopy out of the vestibule.
I don't know, man. This was weird. This was strange movie.
Just need a better cast, or not better cast, better male lead, or better chemistry, whatever it would be.
Yeah, he's not right for it. And again, let him be British.
Yes, huge problem to me. To me,
let him be. He's not.
You don't look at him. You don't look at Josh O'Connor. You don't look at these guys like Hugh Grant and be like, this guy's Joey Pizza. It's just never going to happen to me, at least in an American point of view. In the same way, there are actors that look uniquely American that I would never want to play.
A little bit of false advertising on this one too.
I wouldn't want them to play like Mr. Darcy, you know? Yeah.
The trailer has a lot of like sexy pizza dough making, and
that part kind of got glossed over.
So, yeah, this is something else. I'm glad I watched. I mean, I fucking see everything, so I don't know why I'm saying that.
What were the rules around masturbation? I could never figure that one out.
You could definitely crank.
You crank?
Because it was proximity. Like, it was proximity, I think, to other tattoos was part of it.
Yeah, but in New York City, you're never more than like 60 feet away from somebody. So
I assume it's closer. It's got to be.
There's a lot of logic breakdown in this if you really go for it, it's just weird. It's a weird movie.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like sitting there, I'm like thinking like, how am I getting my nut off if I'm stuck in this situation?
If nobody was getting their nut off, this place would be hell. Like, people would be killing each other on the streets. If no one's getting the poison out.
Did they ever explain why they implemented the rule? They just
and again, the way they talk about it is so goofy with the countdown and like Flavor Flav thing kind of made me laugh a little bit, but like it just
that's what they would do. They would have Flavor Flav. Like,
yeah, they would. That was your. But it's so you're right.
Like James Corden,
Starship Trooper-ish. Like it's but it doesn't. But then it's so based in a real world. I'm not even sure what to say.
Yeah. Yeah, I think like you were saying, Gooch, it would be better if they embraced that element of it. Like if you made this movie again and you embraced like the tech part of it, like state enforced fertility stuff, like that could be more interesting. But yeah, this is just not particularly great take.
All right, so that was One Night Only. Hey, if you like rom-coms, go check it out. You just for the sake of the conversation of like, what in the world was that? They give it a whirl. I mean, they go for it. Like it's like they, there's no like production things where I'm like, this looks like fake, like some dumb, like it's filmed in New York. We ranted about that last week with Spider-Man.
Climbers number 2.
Like it looks real. Like there's some of those streaming rom-coms that look so fake and stupid. So I can't knock any of that on this one. But yeah, weird movie, weird movie. That was One Night Only. Netflix came out with a thriller with 2 powerhouse actors, Greta Lee Wagner-Mora. Louis Leterrier was the director. Incredible Hulk, Now You See Me, Fast 10 came on to that one. Clash of the Titans, the Transporter movies. He did this, which is interesting. I think he's doing the next Fast movie. I think he's the director for it. Yeah. Which you want to see a movie that may never get made. The way they talk about that movie, they're like, we got to find the money. Like Alan Richardson talked about it recently, and it sounded almost like, we can't even afford this thing yet. I mean, they've scaled it back so much because the cost of these movies is preposterous. And also, I think nobody likes Vin Diesel. That's part of it too. It's
Huge problem.
All Vin Diesel scenes have to be filmed separately from everybody else because I don't think anybody likes him. A family suddenly sealed inside their home must work together to survive against dwindling resources and the ominous threat keeping them trapped. Almost 2 hours long. Oof. This should be a Stephen King made for TV 45 minutes short. Like this is brutal movie. More people have seen this than I thought. Sometimes we'll do a streaming movie and you go check Letterboxd. I'm like, wow, we're the first ones to this. I've got I think almost a dozen people I follow on Letterboxd have seen it, and it's only been out for like 3 or 4 days.
Charlie XCX logged it this morning.
I need a review from her on this one. Usually, if she doesn't say anything, never a good sign.
Yeah,
never
there's nothing.
Not a good sign. If Charlie XX logs in a Letterboxd and doesn't have anything to say, it's not a good sign. Yeah, so something locks these people in the house. It's this family. You don't really know what it is off the top, obviously. It's a bit of a mystery thriller. And that's where I'll leave it without spoiling it. Because I will say, for a Netflix movie, if you want to go through and watch something really stupid, it's kind of funny to get through this, but it is a drag at times. I did not like this movie. This I thought was like just unbelievably stupid. And you want to talk about mailed-in performances. Wagner Moura, I expected some scenes where he was acting, they'd pan over to him and what's the Tim Robinson sketch? Where he's just,
my phone. Yeah.
And if I lose the argument, I will be on my phone texting. I felt like he's going to do this during some of the scenes. Like that's how disinterested he sounded for much of it. The back half, he kind of dials in, but early on, I was like, "What is he doing? Is this?" I'm like, "Are these like table reads we're watching?" So the movie deals with the families going through this issue where everyone's locked in their homes around the world, and this is also another. This is also another commentary movie, kind of, I guess. A little bit. It's trying to say something, but I think that gets a little lost. I did not really care for this one either. This was a bit of a stinker. I kind of sat forward a little bit throughout this because I was interested in some of the things that were happening, but it also kind of bored me to tears at times. The rare same score, 45 out of 100. I tried to move it up, but I was like, this is where it is. I did not care for this. Interesting in concept though. They're locked in their house. They got to deal with it. The concept is there, but I think a little too long, like stretched thin. Oh, yeah. You kind of get bored of it at times. Then it eventually ramps up again. We'll get into spoilers in a second, but it's not the worst thing Netflix put out, but the boredom level really killed this for me big time. So 45 for me out of 100. Gooch.
Yeah, I'm actually shocked you're even that high. I'm at a 20. I thought this was fucking awful. Like really, really, really bad. The premise I'm not entirely against. Like I like Roland Emmerich disaster movies. Like I stand up for The Day After Tomorrow. Like I can get on board with a poorly thought out premise that's barely baked when it comes to these types of movies. But there are so many decisions that each of these characters make, and there's only 4 of them, but all these characters, they are the dumbest human beings I've ever seen on screen. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. And we'll talk more like in spoilers, but like they get locked in this house and they act like it's no big deal. Like they act like there's just nothing going on. Like they're like, that's a little weird. That's a little strange.
I'm going to go to sleep now.
Yeah. No, like anytime someone's like trying to figure out what is happening, they'll be like, nah, don't, like, that's a dumb idea. Come on. Quit talking like that. There's no way. It's probably just something's going on with the weather. It's like, what the fuck are we talking about? I also think it looks terrible. It progressively starts to look better throughout the movie.
It does. The longer it goes in, it actually kind of has a look that I was interested in a little bit. Like it has this dystopian cool look. Everything that's computer generated looks horrific.
That opening is crazy. Yeah. The way it opens with that fish, like the fishing dock, and like he looks over and you can tell that nothing there was real. Like not a single thing on screen was real.
Which like, oh man, it was so hard to find a storm in Seattle. Like, what are you doing?
He's really bad in the beginning of this movie. Like he's legitimately bad, like mailed in. And she's great. Greta Lee's great in kind of everything she's in. whether it's good or bad, but he is tough in this.
You think
Which
he
I
showed
don't
up
think
to
I've
like?
I don't think I've ever seen him be bad in something.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Not that I've seen.
Like he was bad. Like Secret Agent was one of the best movies of the year last year, and he's always good in everything he's in, Narco, whatever. Like, but he was bad. Like I could not believe it.
You think he showed up to a set and they'd done like some rewrites, and he just like looked at the script and like his lines, and he was like, ah, fuck.
Yeah, it's like
there is a world where this movie works is the really frustrating part, but like we gotta get into spoilers because like the things that they're doing in this movie is it's crazy.
There's almost two things happening here, and they just don't align. And I think that's where like the fluff and the boring parts come in. Kenjac, what'd you give it?
Yeah, I'm at a 30. I think that this movie is an interesting concept, and through if you polled me at the end of the first act and you're like, what score do you think this movie's going to be at by the end of it, I'd be like, yeah, this feels like a 75-ish type movie. Like it feels like it could be like an interesting thing that I think will work their way through. And like every second after that, it gets progressively lower because it gets boring. They don't really do much of the concept. And the second you see the antagonists or whatever you want to call them, the creatures here, it really nosedives hard. And because like it was interesting not knowing what they were, and once you see them, it's just like whatever. And I think like you were saying, Jeff, there are two separate elements here. If you told me you could take the same group, right? Take Greta Lee and Wagner Moore and the kid actors who I think were solid too. I think they were for whatever that's worth, and both age groupings. If you take them and you told me you're going to make a survival movie where they have to learn to live by themselves after being suburban whatever people, and then they have to go and like in a post-apocalyptic world figure out how to live together and be a family again and like without modern conveniences, I'm like, yeah, that would be really interesting. Within the scope of this movie, I think it's bad. I think this is an interesting concept executed poorly as time went on, and it's just really long. And that movie, it's only 112 minutes. It feels like it is like 2.5 hours long. It feels so long, and that is like such a bad mark, especially in a streaming movie. So yeah, very frustrated with this one. Great cast. I struggle saying mailed in, but yeah, it was not. I think
the back half doesn't feel mailed in. He actually feels like he cares at the back half.
He gets more to do, I think, for
it's
sure.
Odd.
Yeah, but like, man, it's a really kind of like the last movie. There's a concept here where like there's a world here where this movie could be pretty good, and I just don't think the execution here worked out.
They should have made the entire world covered in water. And then it could have been like a Mad Max kind of thing.
Or Waterworld.
Yeah. That's what the Waterworld was better than this, I thought. Like
we'll spoil it. We'll spoil it here for a second. The Last House on Netflix. We'll talk because you kind of have to if you want to talk further about it. It turns out that they're being locked in through, I guess, like the environment kind of, and like water, and like there's these water creatures that begin to appear and get bigger. And like, there's these weird, like it's whenever it rains out, they start to note it. Well, the daughter does. The family doesn't give a fuck.
No, they're just like, we're here.
Give a shit at all. It's in Seattle. And eventually the monsters start to attack and come in the house. And they're these like, they look like fucking Davy Jones.
They're Cthulhu things. Like,
yeah. Big squid creatures. So it becomes very like, it's a monster movie halfway through. But you have to get through a lot, almost like 45 minutes at least, of what feels like a dystopian, like The Last of Us type, like, like, or it feels like, you know what remind me of a little bit? Reminded me of that awful show that we love on Hulu, Paradise.
Oh, Paradise, yeah.
It kind of reminded me of like the stuff with Shailene Woodley's character a bit. And there's like some like nice tender moments where like they're looking up at the sky and they're talking about like this is almost more peaceful, like, you know, life without electricity and all this shit. And then it just turns into like a monster movie, and it's this really weird tonal shift where you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, what is this?
The last half hour is like the last half hour is like the War of the World scene with like the tentacle in the basement. That's like the entire last half hour of the movie.
Yeah, it becomes like a horror thriller monster movie. And then like the monsters, like it ends, he shows mercy to this monster who's about to kill them, and then they let them out of the house. Like the monster's like, whatever, bro.
You guys are good with me.
And then it stops raining. Do the monsters control the rain?
Yeah.
I guess.
They do.
were they like waiting for this family to leave the house to be like, job's finished, let's go home?
Yeah, it's like the last house. Like now that we've sunk the last house into the, well, I guess the rest of the homes aren't sunk into the ground. It's very strange, this movie.
Yeah, it also, like the thing that pissed me off the most was really like every time, like in A Quiet Place, they have the whiteboard, which is stupid. Everything written on the whiteboard is stupid.
Yep.
But you would have a fucking whiteboard. You'd be trying to figure out what the fuck is going on outside.
Yeah.
You would be trying to figure out why this situation is happening. They, like every time one of the characters one of the kids specifically tries to be like, hey, maybe we should, the water is moving weird on the window, or look at this book. I don't know why they have a book of like sea monsters, but they have it. They're like, maybe, it's Leviathan, people have talked about this in the past. And the parents will just be like, no, that's so dumb. Like basically just like shoot their kids down.
Yeah, they basically call the kids idiots. They're like, you're fucking stupid. You're stupid kids, you dumb idiots. Shut up.
And to your point too with the whiteboard thing, at least in that movie, you're dropped halfway through. In this movie, like you have the entire runtime, like day zero happens during this, so you have all that runtime to try and like figure stuff out and all that stuff. But like this family just doesn't give a fuck. They're just like, yeah, we're locked in our house. Ah, what a weird day. I'm gonna go to bed. Like, bro, you're getting sleep. Your whole neighborhood's locked in their houses, and you're just like, I'm going to bed. What are you talking about?
It's crazy. They also fuck Netflix for trying to like insert a like 5-minute montage of a love letter to physical media and physical games when they pull out like the records and the DVDs, and I'm like, fuck you, Netflix.
A lot of animal deaths in this too. That was kind of
Oh, that also pissed me off. I'm glad Clemmer's not here.
Yeah, Clemmer hated this.
The golden retriever thing was so fucked. When he comes in, he's like, how you doing, old boy? I'm like, well, that dog's dead.
Yep.
Dead.
That was crazy. There was a lot of animals. So yeah, and like again, I hate doing two movies where I gotta break down the whole movie and like maybe not suspend disbelief. But there are some things I'm like, well, wait, here's my issue. If I'm watching a movie and I'm asking, well, where are the cops? Where's the army? If they don't mention it, I think that's on me. I think that's on me for like trying to not suspend, let's just suspend disbelief, right? Like we're not talking, but they mention these things. They're like, oh, the cops will be here soon. Well, where were they? They weren't all inside. So that's like my thing is like, you have this one lady who's outside. That was it. And to me, it's like, and I know they woke up in the morning and obviously people are not, but like, if you mention it, now I am going to think about it. And now I am going to kind of break the movie up a little bit and figure out why and what's happening. So yeah, that drove me a bit nuts because it just didn't add up. Also, it's very serious at times. Like it's really serious. It gets really like there's death and rationing food and all this stuff. But there's just some scenes where you're like, holy fuck, why do we have that? I don't think this thing was edited down. This is the first cut. This is a director's cut. There's like a unnecessary learning scene there. I know they're trying to build up the family, get you to care about the family, but it all just tonally is weird with this like monster thing that doesn't really lurk until too late on, I think. Like there is clearly like some sort, like there's these like water lines, like there's
it looks
things
like
that
the
happen
abyss.
that there's clearly creatures, but it almost it takes too long to get there where you're like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing now.
I thought the monster looked kind of cool though.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good design. Just came in too late.
Yeah.
I still don't understand. Like, did the monster enjoy, like, because it's on the window and it seems happy when they're watching those movies and they're playing those games. So did it like the family? And then if it did, then why did it come in and try to kill them? And if they could always come in and they always knew that they were in there, why weren't they consistently trying to go into the house and kill them? Like, there's so many things here.
Do they eat them? Are they eating people? There's a lot of questions. There are like
they omit like deadlights too when they attack, like really bright. It's very odd. The whole thing is very strange.
Yeah, I kind of wish, because the idea of just being mysteriously stuck in your house, and I feel like there've been a lot of movies like this, almost like Bird Boxy or whatever, where like it's like you have a cool concept, you just don't quite know how to put it together. And the second, at least in this one, that you start seeing the creatures, I'm like, I kind of lost interest almost immediately. I'm like, I really didn't want to see what these things are at all. I kind of want to be like the mysterious other that's outside, because what I'm imagining is way scarier than this fucking CGI Cthulhu thing that they put up on screen. At least that's how I felt.
No, that's a good point. They were definitely shooting for another Bird Box. Like that's clearly what they were going for here.
For sure.
It's also
that's a
weird, like, is it going for like a COVID kind of commentary 5 years after the fact?
So we all had electricity during COVID. we all had all that
Time
stuff.
jump is crazy. We'll talk about that too. They do like one week, 1 month, then there's 5 years.
Yeah.
It's a huge time jump, which I was like, oh, okay. And like they've
been healthy the entire time.
Still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They never needed antibiotics until 5 years in.
Well, they were masked, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God. Yeah, that's a weird one. Not very good. Not very good at all. That is The Last House on Netflix.
That could be fun to throw on with like a group of friends, though. I could see that, like, because it's so stupid that it is one of those movies.
Yeah, very dumb.
So next week will be. I don't think that the Bourdain movie's wide yet next week.
No, I think that's 2 weeks from now. I think you're right.
There is The End of Oak Street.
Yeah. Getting solid
for
reviews.
sure we're going to do, which is a survival movie.
Does that count as a twin movie then?
What?
Is that a twin movie with The Last House then?
Maybe. After a mysterious conflict
Kind
event
of.
uproots Oak Street from suburbia and transports their neighborhood to the location with prehistoric creatures, the Platt family soon discover that their survival depends on sticking together as they navigate their own unrecognizable surroundings. I don't know what else we'll do.
Is Teenage Sex?
The Ronald Reagan movie's out.
Another one? Damn.
The Brink of War from Angel Studios with Jeff Daniels, Jared Harris, and J.K. Simmons. I think we got to do that.
That would be pretty fun. That would be.
I think we got to do that. So okay, yep, that's what we'll do, and then a couple other things we after that. Anthony Bourdain, all that as we round into September.
What's your favorite genre of movie? Action, drama, comedy, sci-fi? Well, I can tell you what mine is, and that's Jason Statham mowing down bad guys in a one-man crusade. And good news for me, my beloved action hero returns to theaters next month with his newest film, Mutiny. The film is described as Die Hard on a boat, and if that doesn't sell you, just go check out the trailer right now. I personally recommend the second trailer, which features not only Jason Statham doing Jason Statham things, but also as Muhammad Ali's I'm the Greatest speech running in the background, which is basically a cheat code to get me in the theaters opening weekend. This time, Jason Statham's on a mission to expose an international conspiracy and uncover a human trafficking ring. Can he pull it off? Make sure to see Mutiny only in theaters on August 21st and find out.
All right, anyone watched? House of Dragon is over.
House of Dragon is over. Solid finale. It is very funny to me that there is a singular thing that brought down last season so hard, which is Harrenhal with Daemon. And they just did it again this season with a different character and brought him down. And like not in a good way. It's crazy to me that they let that happen twice. But other than that, it's okay. Trying to think what else I've been watching. I did get the Excalibur from Arrow during the Barnes & Noble sale. Great copy. Great restoration.
Oh,
Very
it's
nice.
awesome. I have it. It's too high up my shelf. I can't reach it here. Actually, I don't know what the fuck it is, but it is awesome. It's an awesome transfer from Arrow, and just an awesome movie.
Yeah. Incredible Hulk rewatched. It's a movie where, like, again, it's another Louis Leterrier one. That is, I'm like, I want to give it some grace in retrospect. It's bad. It's just a bad movie. It's not good.
I don't hate it.
I did that, and then I did Civil War. Civil War still rocks. It's still got plenty of problems with the plot, but yeah, still like that.
I did Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma, which, what a title. Maybe rework that one. Pretty good. If you liked visually amazing, narratively doesn't fully land for me. If you liked, what was the one Jane Schoenbrunn? I Saw the TV Glow. If you enjoyed that, you'll like this. If you didn't like it, you won't like
movie.
this. Like that is really kind of, it's that cut and dry. And then Tony, which I saw it, I think a month ago and said I would like it. I loved it. It's one of my favorites of the year. Top
One of my
3 or
favorites of the
4.
year as well. It's fucking awesome. Awesome movie.
So good. And it's a traditional biopic that's just really fucking well made. Like, it really is. I picked up Kitchen Confidential afterwards because I was like that blown away by it and wanted to keep going. I really, really like that. Also watch Dante's Peak for our next Twin Movies episode. Gonna do Volcano.
Volcano versus Dante's Peak
Tomorrow night. But Dante's Peak, we'll talk more about it, but Pierce Brosnan, just a gorgeous human being.
He sure is, no doubt of that.
Yeah.
I watched, I'll tell you this, and so I like the Bourdain movie, was great. One from this year, which I quite liked. I was actually shocked that more people didn't like this. And I got it from Visions Home Entertainment, great kind of boutique label, Exit 8. You can rent this on the Letterboxd video store as well. I really liked Exit 8. Kind of a crazy movie. Man trapped in an endless sterile subway passageway sets out to find Exit 8. The rules of his quest are simple. Do not overlook anything out of the ordinary. If you discover an anomaly, turn back immediately. If you don't carry on, then leave from Exit 8. It is a very weird movie, mystery, horror, thriller, kind of crazy tight camera work and everything. Sorry about that. I would definitely check it out. It was a recommendation from someone who said that I would like it, and I quite did. So check out Exit 8. Some people I've seen don't like it, so I'm curious what people would think. So if you watch it, let me know. This is an older movie. Got this recently from 88 Films. Ricky O, The Story of Ricky. This movie fucking rules. This is a fucking unbelievable movie. Old one, 91, my birth year. Major recommendation on The Story of Ricky. This shit is awesome. Also, I mean, look, just this, you know, it's an awesome movie just based on the artwork on the box of this movie. I mean, this is all you need to see. Have you seen it, Kenjac?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Ricky O is fucking...
All those...
it is awesome.
Is that Shaw Brothers movie?
Sci-fi, like action, like epic martial arts, like crazy movie.
Golden Harvest,
yep. Set in the future, too. Like set in the 2000s, released in 1991. Major, like, watch this recommendation. And then before we move on, got a couple crazy ones. I got a glow in the dark Matrix box set. Just glows in the, you can't see it now. I can't turn off all the lights. I tweeted
you
it.
sent that. Yeah, I remember.
It's the coolest fucking thing. It's the coolest fucking thing I've ever purchased physical wise. Also got the best release of 2001 I've ever seen.
Wow.
Amazing box set. Looks unbelievable. The transfer on this is crazy. Like how they can, I mean, look, 2001 is one of the best looking movies of all time, but how it can look like it does in 4K is just mind blowing. I did the same for Knives Out. Got a Knives Out box set. I'm going through a journey of showing, I've mentioned this, my mom doesn't love movies. She'd never been a movie person, so we're watching movies. And now I got to transition into, she's like, I want biopics. And I keep telling her, Mom, it's the lowest form of genre possible. We got to move on to fiction here. So either going to be Ocean's 11, but I think I might do Knives Out. Knives Out is such a, you can show that to anybody.
Yeah, big time.
And that's like if someone doesn't like it, you kind of judge them. You're like, really? Like you didn't even have like a little bit of fun? And then lastly, I did splurge way too much and picked up the rarest one-click box set for any movie ever. It's the Fight Club. Barf. So it's the hardest thing to find. It's unreal. Shout out the guy on the Steelbooks Discord, Hasher. He was selling one. I got to give him a shout out because this thing is hard to find. Now this is the piece de resistance of my collection. So awesome one. But I would suggest Ricky O. If you need a movie to watch, Ricky O, which actually, speaking of martial arts, The Furious arrives today. I ordered The Furious from Lionsgate Limited, one of the better movies of the year as well. So, yeah, but if you need a fun movie, go watch Ricky O, because people on Letterboxd I follow, I've not seen it. So, definitely, I think it's streaming on Criterion, too, if you want to stream the Criterion channel. So, definitely go check that out. Some news items we can get to here, because there's a bunch of like trailers and things that launched. Primetime, the first full trailer for the Robert Pattinson, Chris Hansen movie. Set in 2006, movie explores the origins and explosive rise of the controversial reality show To Catch a Predator as it turns hidden camera stings into high-stakes primetime entertainment, directed by Lance Oppenheim.
We've interviewed him. Or I think I interviewed him probably a year ago now for Ren Fair, very good show.
Skylar Gisondo, Anna Faris, Tony Revolori, Phoebe Bridges-Moore, hits theaters September 25th. it does feel like this is the year where he could win Best Actor. Like it, I'm not sure he will, but he's gonna or an Oscar. He's gonna have a lot of roles.
Mm-hmm.
The drama, obviously the Odyssey. Maybe this looks like a crazy role for him. So this could be the year of Pattinson.
He's got Dune too. He could be nominated in both categories. Dune, Pacino. You never know.
Yeah,
Be incredible. He also has this. I mean, it's gonna be a great Best Actor race, especially if Digger ends up being good, because then you got you get Damon, Cruz, Pattinson, some other guys. But Pattinson's he's also got his own little storyline. Like Brendan Fraser did not win too long ago. Like Hollywood loves a guy who claws his way back. And Pattinson has kind of reached that boiling point where I think people kind of got on it about 5 years ago for the Batman. They were like, oh, he's actually a good actor. But now it's like ubiquitous across the board.
Yeah, good
Everyone
Time
I talk
helped,
to.
a very small, but Good Time still not as like, it's still like a very underseen movie in comparison to his other stuff. But the tide started to turn, the Batman turned it, but he has made one of the most unbelievable sheddings of a stereotype you'll ever see.
Yeah.
To go from the Twilight guy who stinks, like spoofed in like crappy, scary movie spinoffs, like to what he is now is pretty unbelievable.
Yeah. It's been very,
Just
very
by playing little freaks over and over again.
Chris Hansen, the drama, this really uncomfortable, awkward movie, intentionally. Dune, playing a villain. Odyssey, like his range, and he could have the Batman this year.
He also
I know
has.
Batman, this is one of the 50 release dates the Batman had was Batman 2 was 2026. Like he could have had another one.
He also has a crime movie that Netflix is supposed to release this year with Denzel Washington and Daisy Edgar Jones. I forget the name of it. Like Here Comes the Flood, I think.
I think they just announced that'll be next year. I could be wrong. Like early next year, but you're not wrong. I mean, another great one.
And that'll be in Oscar contention anyway. Well, it would be if it's good. Probably not, but we never know.
Then there is the only living pickpocket in New York. Aging career pickpocket Harry is forced into a desperate high-stakes race against time through the streets of his city. John Turturro, Giancarlo Esposito, Tatiana Maslany, Steve Buscemi's in this, Jamie Lee Curtis. What do you think about this trailer? It comes out October 30th.
You know what I like? I like that they shot this in New York City. No, it looks really. It does look really fucking good though. I'll say that. I think a lot of the prognosticators, like the people who really track this Oscar stuff, have also said John Turturro is a real player in this race because of this movie, and that would be nice too. I mean, another guy who's gone. Everyone knows him, everyone loves him, but he kind of he's in the background for a lot of things, and being in the lead performance, it's exciting. It's also directed by, speaking of Knives Out, Noah Sagan, who is a Ryan Johnson guy. He played the other detective, the not Lakeith Stanfield detective, and shows up, I think, in like all of Ryan Johnson's movies.
He does. So excited about that one. We also have a trailer for the movie Paper Tiger released today as we're recording this, I believe, which is the next James Gray movie. We're all pretty big fans of James Gray. Some people don't like James Gray's movies.
I like James Gray. I'm a James Gray guy.
Yeah, Lost City of Z is one of those movies released, I think, in the century. Ad Astra, I love.
I love Ad Astra.
We saw it together, Kenjac. I love Ad Astra. Yeah. Also,
Armageddon Time.
Well, we own the Night with Joaquin Phoenix, Mark Wahlberg. Yeah. Little Odessa, which I believe is releasing on Criterion this month. Older movie, highly suggest that one. And he is doing this new movie, Paper Tiger, with Adam Driver, Scarlett Johansson, Miles Teller. The plot follows two brothers who pursue a lucrative business opportunity in the 1980s Queens, New York, only to find themselves caught up in a scheme involving the Russian mafia, which ends up terrorizing their suburban family and puts their own sibling bond to the test.
It looked like a cool trailer to me. I like this combination of Teller and Driver quite a bit, and obviously Scarlett Johansson, incredible as well. And I really like James Gray a lot. I think he is not only just like a really good director, I think he just gets it too. Like if you're watching like interviews with him, I feel like he has such a great finger on the pulse of what make movies move. Like he might not always be the best at executing it versus some of his contemporaries like Nolan or whatever, but he I think gets it. And if you tell me we get a James Gray older period set New York City crime thriller with fucking like schemes in Little Russia, I'm all about it. I am 100% in on this movie all the way.
Yep, me too.
I'd love to see another guy, Miles Teller, who just fell off the face of the earth after Top Gun, claw his way back, because he's a great actor, and it feels like we just kind of lost him.
Dude, he did that. But I remember after Top Gun, he did that Spiderhead movie with Chris Hemsworth. Bad. Then he did that other streaming movie with Anya Taylor-Joy, The Gorge. And like, why are you doing that? Like, you could be in big time, like in movies, in theater movies. Come on, man, let's go do it.
Yeah. Another trailer for the John Madden biopic release, which is now going straight to Amazon Prime on November 18th. That can't be good.
It's not an original thought, but really, like, truly, what does David O. Russell have on Christian Bale? Like, what does he have on him that he keeps getting him into this shit? I don't get it. I just truly don't get it.
Yeah, apparently that movie is, I mean, the straight to Prime Video, if that didn't give it away, but people have seen this movie and said it's tough. It's not great. But releasing it right around Thanksgiving, a football movie.
People will watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll probably be like Prime Video's most watched movie ever. But not a great sign.
It's weird too watching the trailer, like Nick Cage, who's a guy who I feel like no matter what the movie is, always commits 110%. He's not really like trying John Madden's voice, which like I would thought that like out of all the performances you could really like let something
You
loose.
mean Cage?
Like, yeah, sorry, what did I say? But Cage isn't really trying John Madden's voice in this. Like he's not attempting it, which seems strange to me.
Nick Cage, if you told me Nick Cage has never watched a single football game in his entire life, I think I'd believe you.
Me too.
That's believable.
It's a great point.
Yeah.
Yep.
From the desk of the Department of Saving David Fincher, this is a big one. These English language Squid Games being helmed by David Fincher is dead at Netflix.
Little victories. Little victories.
We're trying to bring him back. We're trying to get him back.
Which is funny because they did put that one little snippet that I guess they had filmed already in their like 2026 preview slate. Yeah, the Kate Blanchett in the suit, Lydia Tarr returns. The OMG, bruh.
Like literally, so fucking dumb, dude.
What we could have had.
One of our best directors in fucking in this century, just doing this shit. It's crazy.
And then Kit Connor officially starring as Cyclops in MCU's X-Men movie, which it sounds like that's going to get announced this weekend at D23. Right, that's this weekend, D23?
Yes. Yeah.
It sounds like they're going to announce much of the cast. That is the rumor. So far, Kit Connor, who hasn't been in a ton, voiced a role.
I think he's great. I think he's a really good actor.
Mm-hmm. It's very interesting that the buzz was Cooper Hoffman, right? They're like, oh, Cooper Hoffman, and they're like, no, and they just kind of got like a yassified version of Cooper Hoffman, like just like let's get him, but like let's make him 20%.
Apparently, it was conflicts, scheduling conflicts. He can't do it.
Yeah, I don't think he would.
Like this is going to be a gigantic commitment.
Yeah, I also don't. That's not to say I wanted him to be Cyclops. That's not the case either. I think Cooper Hoffman has a great career ahead of him. I don't think Cyclops is necessarily some giant stepping stone that would have launched him into whatever. I think it's way better for him to be doing movies that I don't even particularly care for, like I Want Your Sex, than to be doing Cyclops.
He was in Heartstopper, which I know people liked, for Netflix.
Warfare.
Romeo plus Juliet.
Materials.
I saw him in Romeo plus Juliet on stage with Rachel Zegler, and he was good.
Played Young Elton John and Rocket Man while Robot had a voice. So yeah, we'll see. He was cast in this. The other one as well is Samara Weaving. Samara Weaving is going to play Emma Frost. Sadie Sink, we now know, is Jean Grey. If you haven't seen Spider-Man, sorry. And it sounds like Kaylee Spaney is going to be cast
as Rogue.
That would be fantastic.
That one seems pretty much like locked. That's one of those ones where it's like, this seems very clear that she's in this movie. Everyone's saying she's playing Rogue.
It also kind of clears up like what they're going for age-wise, which I think is also good for.
And it sounds like Adam Driver is in the X-Men. That's another one that people seem to be pretty convinced is going to happen.
Magneto?
No, a villain. Maybe. So I guess maybe Magneto.
Yeah,
but I don't know how they're going to do that. I don't know how they're going to handle Magneto. I don't know like where in the story it's going to be.
They dropped someone who's auditioning for
Christopher Abbott,
right? Yeah, Abbott, the counting man, Mr.
He's a good actor, but he has had some terrible fucking choices career-wise.
Yeah.
But congratulations to him and Aubrey Plaza.
They did just have
welcome
a kid,
to
right?
welcome a new baby into the world.
There is also a fake rumor going around that Robert Pattinson's going to play Magneto.
Not a chance.
I don't believe it's real, but if they trotted out Robert Pattinson, imagine they trotted him out on stage. Feige is like, hey, you're not playing the Batman anymore. It seems like the movies don't come out. Mm-hmm. That would be. I guess if you want Marvel to make noise, and they trotted out Robert Pattinson on stage and made him fucking Magneto. Holy shit! I do think Charles and Magneto, Eric, need to be big names.
Eric.
Yeah.
I'm just curious where in the story they're going to be, and I also we didn't get too into the weeds on it, but I really hope and think that this was the Dark Phoenix version of Jean Grey, and we just don't have to do that. We just don't need to do Dark Phoenix. Maybe one day again, but I hope we just got through her like villain arc and like we can just get rid of it.
It's such a good storyline though. They just keep fucking it up. Try it one more time. One more time.
This time it'll work. Whiffs in movies though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Oh my God.
What's your favorite genre of movie? Action, drama, comedy, sci-fi? Well, I can tell you what mine is, and that's Jason Statham mowing down bad guys in a one-man crusade. And good news for me, my beloved action hero returns to theaters next month with his newest film, Mutiny. The film is described as Die Hard on a boat, and if that doesn't sell you, just go check out the trailer right now. I personally recommend the second trailer, which features not only Jason Statham doing Jason Statham things, but also as Muhammad Ali's I'm the Greatest speech running in the background, which is basically a cheat code to get me in the theaters opening weekend. This time, Jason Statham's on a mission to expose an international conspiracy and uncover a human trafficking ring. Can he pull it off? Make sure to see Mutiny only in theaters on August 21st and find out.
Top 10 best rom-com couples. This is no consistency here. None. At all. And there's one that I just stunned. I just couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. It was only on my list. Number 10. My number one at number 10. My number one. John Travolta, Olivia Newton-John, Grease.
Okay.
It's what you consider rom-com.
I wanted to put them on the list, but I was with Kenjac. I was like, is this a rom-com or is this
my issue is Kenjac has another one that he said, does it count? And I agreed. I said, I think this counts. So I have another one. There's going to be some.
But here's the difference. Here's the difference between this one and that one. It is the comedy part of it. I don't think Grease is particularly funny. I think Grease is pretty straight musical. And
it is listed as a romantic comedy, Grease.
But it's not very funny. It's not like a funny movie, at least not to me. Like, it's a good movie. It's not like I'm not like, wow, I'm laughing. I'm laughing my ass off at Grease.
That's fair.
The other movie, I am laughing for sure.
If it's the movie I'm thinking about, I do think they're equally funny for the times that they came out in.
I agree with that. That's my thing. See, that's how I viewed it.
Yeah, that might be very well maybe true.
Because I don't think either of you think that this is again, it's an iconic romantic movie couple. I mean, this is like
if it was
doesn't get any bigger than this.
If I had known that this counted, this would have been on my list. I will say that. Like, this is, I mean, like you said, iconic.
We do this for reaction, so that's okay.
Yeah.
There was a tie at 10, so technically there's two number 9s because Kenjac's number 1 is also at number 9 by itself. Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore, The Wedding Singer.
You guys are fucking crazy.
It was number 15 for me. And I took it off for something else, which ended up being a bit. So you'll see what it is.
Those two have such great chemistry. They did it like 10 more times. That's how good the chemistry is between Barrymore and Sandler. They're that good. And like, on top of that, they aren't like the unattainable level of beauty that are in so many other romantic movies. They're like, those look like a real couple that love each other. And like, I think that's what makes them so great in these rom-coms. God, you guys are crazy. Crazy.
Not I don't know if it's top 3 for me. when it comes to Adam Sandler couples. I don't know if it's top 3.
You like it when he casts himself with like a mega hot wife that he would never get in real life if he wasn't Adam Sandler. You like when it's like Salma Hayek. You like when it's fucking Penelope Cruz. Like, oh, fuck that.
No, like the 90s, like Vicky Valancourt and The Waterboy, where she's taking advantage of a special
She's just like
needs
molesting a special needs guy. Yeah.
and
then
Billy Madison.
There was a third movie tied at number 9 that got 90 points. So all 3 got 90 points. So we have to knock one of these off. 2 people had this one. I had it at 13. Kenjac had it at 4. That's Jason Segel, Mila Kunis, Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
If it was just straight rom-coms, that would be one of my favorite rom-coms of all time. I don't necessarily love the couple.
Really?
Like, there are parts of the movie where I'm like, him and Kristen Bell make more sense, like on paper. Like they have a better chemistry. Yeah, that's where I kind of landed with that one.
One of those has to go. One of those has to go. Do we dump Grease because you guys don't think it fits as much?
Well, if the other thing is about to be on here, then I think Grease is gonna need to be on here.
So Sarah Marshall. So what's the option? It's Forgetting Sarah Marshall or Grease. I feel like Forgetting Sarah Marshall
or Wedding Singer.
Or Wedding Singer.
I think we dump Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Because I do
people
too.
had the other 2 at 1.
Yeah, I mean, people would probably be more mad about Grease not making.
It's funny to have Grease at 10.
Yeah,
I think our followers would be way angrier about the Forgetting Sarah Marshall, though.
True. Our followers will be. I think outside followers be more mad about Grease than anything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
So those are the 3 ties.
Classic wokes mad about Grease. You know what I'm saying?
So the rest of these, the next 8, we only have 2 where all 3 of us had it. Number 8 was 9 for me, 8 for Kenjac. Julia Stiles and Heath Ledger. 10 Things I Hate About You.
Very solid. Very solid couple. Hard to deny.
Look like a great rom-com couple too.
Yeah.
And I just thoroughly enjoy this movie too.
That's another situation where I don't know if I love the couple as much as I love.
Really?
I love Julia Stiles and I love Joseph Gordon-Levitt and I love Heath Ledger on his own, but like then coming together, the very end.
No, it doesn't make sense for you. It doesn't work for you.
Something doesn't work for me. It does work for me. It's just like when we get into the top 15, top 10 all time, you start cutting hairs. It's like,
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. So that was number 8. That's number 8. Number 7, another one, me and Kenjac. 1998's You've Got Mail, Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan.
Yeah. I rewatched it yesterday. And it made me like it even more. I think
kind of a staple couple for me. I almost think I didn't have it high enough.
Like just a great, you want to talk about a movie Clemmer must love, just great New York love story. And like them like realizing that it's each other, them coming around to each other, realizing they like the same things. Like I think Meg Ryan is just, obviously she was, because like she was kind of like the icon of this genre for a while. But like she's just so perfect in these. And I think Tom Hanks is super, super charming in it. I think they're a great fit.
Yeah. I like the original. What can I say? Shop around the corner. But Upper West Side has never looked better. Would have been nice if they went to AMC Lincoln Square. That would have been great.
Yeah. It's so funny. And watching it too, she's like, you guys don't want to see the Upper West Side turn into a shopping mall, do you? And it's like, you're late on that one, my friend.
Number 6, I didn't have this one, and I feel like maybe I should have. It's a good pick. Much more recent. And that you have it 4, Gooch, Kenjac 7, Andy Samberg and Kristen Milioti from Palm Springs.
They're
very
really
good. They're great in this. Fantastic chemistry.
Great chemistry. Yeah.
So good. That moment when he like re-enters the bar at the very end of the movie and she like has figured out like kind of how to get them out of it there's like a party first and then she lets him know. But the party where it's like it's almost like that Birdman shot where it's like he's walking through those lights, but this case they have like the confetti behind her and her just big brown eyes are lit up. It's such a good moment. I love that movie.
Yeah,
that movie very, very I'm glad has like stuck around and people have really hung on to it because it's great.
Yeah.
Number 5. 2 people have it, myself and Gooch. Number 2 for me, 8 for Gooch. Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone, Crazy Stupid Love. I was shocked this didn't get all 3.
There's a different movie that I think is.
Oh, so did you disqualify for them being on there twice?
I don't think I'd put any couple in here twice, as far as I know of. If I had to pick one, it would be the other one. I think the other one is better.
Wow.
If the other one counted, if I had known the other one had counted, I think I would have swapped. I think I would have swapped in Gosling Stone
from the other one.
Yeah, well, we know what it is. Fucking La La Land.
Yeah.
Feels mildly Eye the Beholder, the other one.
Yeah.
I mean, they're great in this. I would almost argue they're better in this for what we're doing. I don't like
for the
movie
spirit of
as
rom-com.
much.
Yeah, you might be right about that. Yeah, you might. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that pillow talk scene. That first pillow talk scene where they're like laying in bed and then they do the Dirty Dancing lift. It's so good.
Yeah, I do love that movie. Also, just so many great people in the movie. Everybody just hitting fucking just dingers the whole movie. Just great performances by all. Number 4, we go very old for this one. Very old. The Gooch's list is very old.
It's got stuff from rom-com like kind of moves in waves. Like there was like that initial wave of the 30s and 40s, and then there's like the 80s, 90s era, and then we're kind of trying to go back to it right now, kind of unsuccessfully, but it has its like
this
peaks
was
and
yours. This was your number 2. This is my number 6, The Philadelphia Story, Cary Grant and Katharine Hepburn.
Well, imagine if Cary Grant could only have sex one night a year. I mean, that would have been a much better movie, in my opinion.
Well, I can tell you this much: it wouldn't
though.
It wouldn't be with a woman.
Hey, he just had a best friend he lived with.
They just hung out together. They were just chilling.
But this is like probably, I mean, in terms of rom-coms, like this is the blueprint. Like it's so good. And Katharine Hepburn, kind of like Meg Ryan, picking up the mantle later. She was so good in these roles. So good. And so was Cary Grant, but she was such a talent. Good Lord.
Yeah, it's a great movie. I actually very recently I didn't know it was in the Criterion Collection. I got it. They did not have it.
I believe on
it
Madden
is great.
too.
It's elite. One of the better movies ever made, period. Not just rom-coms as well. So 1940s, if you want to dip in older and you haven't seen it, you should definitely see it. Number 3. Ryan Gosling, Emma Stone, La La Land. 3 for me, 2 for Kenjac. This could have been 1 if Gooch would have known you could put it in here.
Yeah.
It probably would have been number 1 because I think you would have had it top 5, right?
Yeah, probably.
They're so good, man.
They're just great.
Good.
I understand like it is very funny. It's a very funny movie. There's a lot of great moments in this movie. It is. I think it's definitely a rom-com.
That's like if you're listing out like the importance of genre, a musical is first, but then it's, I would say, romance, then comedy. Like it's the next 2, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So like, and their chemistry is just so good, absolutely just flawless, and they're both just like talent.
I mean, some of the musical scenes are tied into the comedy too. That's like part of it. So it's
Yeah, but it's also like a slippery slope where you have to include all of them too, with like the Grease thing. So yeah, but it's so good, and I feel like the chemistry just kind of overrides whatever, I don't know, feelings I have on that.
We all the next one. I do think this is if you polled people, this would maybe be number 1 or the most iconic couple. 4 for me, 3 for Gooch, 10 for Kenjac, Billy Crystal, and Meg Ryan, When Harry Met Sally. I do think they are the most iconic.
For sure.
Maybe not the best for me because I had them at 4, but like if you were to be like, okay, if you had to represent everyone's opinion and taste, this is probably the one I would pick.
It's so funny because like they are the best, right? Like they are. Just Billy Crystal's tough to look at. It makes it very difficult for me. Not that Tom Hanks is like the most handsome man alive or anything, and later on.
So your criteria is you just want more hot dudes.
It needs to be an equi-hot couple, and Meg Ryan is so much more attractive than Billy Crystal in every way. Billy Crystal, hilarious, but it's just them together. Every time I look at them next to each other, I'm just like, what are we doing?
But I mean, when he puts
fisherman's suit,
when he puts on those leggings and he's doing his like speed walking through Central Park. Yeah,
dude.
But kind of to your point with Sandler, though, it's just like that is kind of the charm of it. Like
no, but that's where it's different. Where like Meg Ryan is like there. Like to me, Barrymore and Sandler are like right there, but like it's like here's Crystal, here's Ryan. That's the difference to me.
He is rich though in that movie. He's got that nice ass apartment.
Yeah, he does have a great apartment. They all have great apartments in these. He's a fisherman sweater too that Trill loves.
Yes. Yep. Number 1, I did not think this would be number 1. I mean, I have it at 10. 1 for Gooch, 3 for Kenjac. That is Matthew McConaughey and Kate Hudson, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Oh, I thought I sent Fool's Gold.
Oh, did you?
No.
Oh, I was like, wait, what?
Another one where though
No.
it was so good they did it again. I think that's a good proof positive for how good the couple
It
is.
is, yes.
And not a great movie, but their chemistry is still just so elite in that movie.
Dude, I love Fool's Gold and Sahara. I love both those movies a lot. Not that Kate Hudson's in Sahara, but like they are. And McConaughey was just on a run there. But
Sahara would be a lot better though if it was Kate Hudson instead of Eve Green, right?
It was like Penelope Cruz. It was not a bad. Yeah, it wasn't like a bad.
No, but their chemistry, like they just banter so well, and like they are, to your point, you know, the equa hot, like they fit together really
match
well.
each other, and like there's something just so I don't know how to explain it. Just like a beautiful soul about Kate Hudson that makes her fit so well in rom-coms, which I think makes her work in what's the movie with Hugh Jackman that she just did
Song Sung Blue.
Song Sung Blue, which makes that fit so perfectly, and that's why I think she's so good.
I mean, he broke out of containment with rom-coms. I mean, it
Yeah.
is like what he is now compared to what he was then. Like this was it for him. This was the pinnacle, the peak. This is the ceiling. This is like what he was. So to be so it is. It's they are great. I mean, they are fantastic. Like again, it was 10 for me, but I understand this being high up there.
Yeah, I just love how they bicker, and like it's so good. Like you just are just. It's not even the best movie. It's not the best rom-com, but I just get sucked into like their relationship every single time. I really root for it.
Yeah.
Tied for number one though is Ray Romano, Maura Tierney, and Welcome to Mooseport.
Of course. Who could forget?
That was a rom-com?
I almost forced it into the list. That's almost like, you know what? I'm just gonna rate this at number 2. Just fucking put it. Make sure it gets into the list.
Jeff, did you
just
count?
outside-
Speaking of Romano, did you count the Big Sick?
I
on
thought
your
about it.
list?
I didn't like them as a couple that much. It's kind of the thing.
Yeah,
you know?
they and plus she's just not on. She's just not in it for much of it.
Yeah.
They're the couple. Ray Romano and
If anything,
Holly Hunter.
Holly Hunter are the couple. Number 12, Nicolas Cage and Cher, Moonstruck. I had it at 12. Gooch had it at 7.
Oh, I thought I had it on my list. Oh, I'm not. I might have made it on my 15. That's a great one though.
Hugh Grant and Julia Roberts, Notting Hill. I had it at 11. Gooch had it at 12.
Yeah.
This was a bummer. This didn't make the list. Number 14, myself and Kenjac had it. Adam Sandler, Winona Ryder, Mr. Deeds.
They're a great couple.
I actually thought about doing that, and then I was like, I don't want to waste
That would have made the top 10 then. If you would
I
have
thought about
great
throwing it at
couple.
like 14, 15. Oh, but they were great. They were fantastic.
That was like I think a beautiful back, and that's another person you want to talk about, like at least almost like similar to Kate Hudson, like beautiful soul. I think Winona Ryder is so good at that, and Adam Sandler, of course, just perfect.
I wrote some greeting cards.
Fucking dumb. It's so good though. It's so good.
When your bottom sags to the floor.
What a also a great Jared Harris role in that movie. Just an elite Jared Harris
the
role.
Australian TMZ guy.
And Totoro.
Yeah, Totoro,
Yes.
dude.
Great Totoro role.
Such a good cast.
Sneaky.
Number 15, Gregory Peck, Audrey Hepburn, Roman Holiday. Gooch had it at number 5. That is a good pick. 5 for me. I thought this was going to be a guaranteed top 10. And I think if Clemmer was here, he would have had a top 5. That's my prediction. We'll ask him next week. Michael Douglas, Annette Bening, The American President.
Oh, I thought you were going to go to Romancing the Stone first.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, American President. That's a top 5 one for me. To me, it's just like iconic.
Never seen.
Hitman came in at 17. Gooch had that at 6. Glenn Powell, Adria.
They had great
Arjona.
chemistry.
Yep.
That's a great call.
Good couple.
Yeah.
Kenjac, this is a good one. This is one if we pulled the audience, I think this would be top 10. The Breakup, Jennifer Aniston and Vince Vaughn.
They had awesome chemistry. In that movie.
I think the audience would have put that top 10.
Yeah. I think Vince Vaughn in general, like he kind of moved away from those, but like he's a really good bounce off guy in rom-coms in general. Like he's so good at that.
I thought this might be top 10 when I made my list. Henry Golding and Constance Wu, Crazy Rich Asians.
I don't think
That's a good
them
one.
as a couple were that good or even important to the storyline. It was more about just Constance Wu, which I think kind of altered my viewpoint of it.
Number 9 for Gooch, Ryan O'Neal and Barbara Streisand. What's Up, Doc?
Yeah.
Love that one. Yeah.
Henry Fonda, Barbara Stanwyck, the Lady Eve. Another good old pick.
That one's
old,
great.
Old rom-coms. Yeah, that's a good one.
But that one is 10 times hornier than One Night Only. Like Barbara Stanwyck is like the horniest woman alive in that movie.
Yeah, One Night Only is the least horny movie of all time for the horniest
woman's-
plot you'll ever
woman's
see.
fucked.
Yeah.
Ben Stiller and Jennifer Aniston. Kenjac had that at 11. Along came Polly.
Great couple in that too. They
I
were
like
really
that.
good.
I do like that.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to go scuba?
Dude, I forget.
Hank Azaria.
Catherine Hepburn. Bringing Up Baby.
Yep.
Gooch had that at number 11. Another old one from the 30s. Owen Wilson, Rachel McAdams, Wedding Crashers. Kenjac, number 12.
I thought
that
that
is
was
a good
strong.
one.
That was a really good love story between them specifically.
I do like that. That's a good pick. I didn't think about putting it there. That's a good pick. Set It Up, Glenn Powell, Zoe Deutsch, number 13.
Solid.
Gooch. Good pick as well.
I need them to run it back.
Will Smith, Eva Mendes, Hitch, Kenjac, 13.
They were a good couple in that movie. Like they took a minute to get there. I think they were good.
Are they the couple, or is Will Smith and Kevin James the couple in that movie?
Yeah,
or
that's
is
true.
Kevin James and what's her name? Yeah, there's a lot of questions. To be had. I forget who the actress was. It wasn't like
blonde
Diane Kruger.
lady.
It's like
Was her name like Allegra? Or
in the
something?
movie? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Allegra. Yeah.
Yeah.
Leslie Mann and Paul Rudd, number 14, Kenjac. This is 40.
I think they were really good in that. I think they were like the quintessential married couple in that. Granted, it's kind of like the where do you fall in a rom-com thing though. So
Have you guys seen the? Did you guys see the trailer for the new Leslie Mann? Like it's like a girls' trip comedy. It's Leslie Mann. It's.
I think so.
It comes out in like 2 weeks out of nowhere. It's got a crazy cast.
Spa
too.
Weekend.
Yes.
Isla Fisher, Anna Faris, Michelle Buteau. I don't know who that is. Interesting. Directed by
Yeah.
John.
Seen that one.
Add that to the list.
Mark Ruffalo, Jennifer Garner, ahead of 14, 13 going on 30.
Yeah. Ruffalo
That was
just
a weird
tough
one though.
Yeah. That is
Why?
tough.
Because of the
The weird age thing. It's a little strange, but
Yeah.
that's a premise
Tom
that shouldn't
Hanks.
work though,
You
and
see-
they make it work.
You
They
see
do
how
make it
this
work.
looks,
Like-
right?
Yeah.
Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan, Sleepless in Seattle.
Imagine that. That'd be a good skit. Like Chris Hansen pulling over the 13 by 30.
Cary Grant, Rosalind Russell, Gooch as well had that. His Girl Friday, awesome movie.
Yeah.
Jennifer Timberlake, Justin Timberlake, and Mila Kunis, number 15. Kenjac.
I think they were solid. I think they were solid and no strings attached. Or possibly it was no Friends with Benefits. It might have been either
It's
movie.
Friends
I
with
don't know.
Benefits.
Yeah, we will be talking
No
about that
strings
one in 20 minutes
attached.
as well.
I like Kutcher and Kutcher and
Because you're in Portman. Both good in that as well.
Portman.
As well.
There you go. Yeah.
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 Cool. Good stuff. So we will do next week that new Anne Hathaway movie, the prehistoric one. And then I guess the fucking Ronald Reagan movie, which I really am very excited to see.
What's
No,
this new Reagan movie?
That's the lead. The lead story
Yeah.
will be the Reagan movie. Like
The brink
that's
of
gonna
war.
be fun.
Yeah, Brink of War, which is one of the funny trailers that we talked about from Angel Studios. It just looks absurd.
Yeah. Very excited, Jake.
I need young Washington to show up in the post credit and
You think
tap
Jared
Reagan
Harris
on the shoulder.
got a young senator out of Milwaukee? We need another Oppenheimer moment for Reagan. We got a young financier out of New York.
He's an actor.
That is it. As always, thank you for watching. Clemmer will be back next week. That is it. We will, for Kenjac Gooch, I'm Jeff Silo. We'll talk to you next time.